Few boat builders build family boats better than Beneteau's Gran Turismo range, and at the bottom end of that range is this, the GT32. But does buying from the bottom end of the range cheapen the experience? Let's find out.
The Beneteau Gran Turismo 32 is the smallest and newest of 4 GT models in the range. It's only 10 metres in length from end to end, but it's what this boat does with the space on board that counts.
Jump on board via the extended swim platform and you'll notice that the GT32 doesn't have any side decks, and that's because it uses the entire beam in here for living space.
The hardtop on this boat reaches from side to side and extends over the aft cockpit. Add a set of clears and you have a boat that you can use year round, not just while the sun shines.
The entire aft section of this boat is dedicated to entertainment and includes this large lounge with a drop-down backrest that turns it into a sunbed, and also this table which also drops down. You can get an infill cushion to just make this whole space a sun deck.
Just opposite is a compact galley featuring a 2-burner stove and a sink with hot and cold water.
Forward of this is something you don't really see on a boat this size, 4 forward-facing seats at the helm.
This is good because while you're driving somewhere, the entire family can join you for the passage. Despite its size, the hardtop covering this section of boat doesn't feel enclosed.
That's because inside this cabin we have 2 large opening windows on either side and this huge sunroof overhead. Now for the next bit, we need to go forward.
To do that, you walk forward along a deep companionway, accessed via a large opening section built into the windscreen.
This companionway, which by the way is really great for kids and dogs, doesn't lead to a bow lounge. Instead, it leads to one of the best 3-person sunbeds on the market.
It's a brilliant space, featuring individual headrests and armrests and drink holders for everyone. Access around the lounge is brilliant, with the wide bow section of the 32 feeling more like a catamaran than a deep V boat.
You'll notice that there's no bowsprit up here, and that's because Beneteau has worked really hard to keep the 32 at under 10 metres long. And you'll really notice that when it comes to berthing fees.
Above decks is pretty impressive, so does the below deck space feel the same? The answer is yes. It starts with a large dinette built into the bow. You'll see that some boats in this size will compromise on this area, building a berth that serves as a lounge. Beneteau appears to have taken an opposite tack with this boat, building a lounge with a table that drops down to form a large double berth.
If you need some privacy, there's even a screen you can pull across.
Opposite this space and behind a door is the master cabin.
There's enough headroom here that you can stand up and change, and if you're in the berth, there's enough space there so you can sit up in bed.
The bathroom is compact but uses its space well. You get a toilet, sink and even a separate enclosed shower.
Well, that's enough about the features of the GT32, but Beneteau is also known for its dynamics. So what does it drive like? Let's find out.
Beneteau uses a deep V forward to cut through chop and waves and an air-stepped twin-stepped hull below that mixes air with the water passing under it to make it more slippery.
One thing you'll notice about this boat is that the steering is really sharp, and that's important because it actually makes the boat feel a lot smaller than it really is, and that gives you confidence out in the water because it's not a large boat to handle or manage. The other thing too is that throttle response is really good. These Merc Cruisers here do a fantastic job. We've also got automatic zip wakes which help bring the bow down, so it's not driving along in a bow up attitude, and that gives great visibility all around.
All up, the Beneteau Gran Turismo 32 is a great little family package and an ideal boat for a family that's stepping up to weekend adventuring for the first time. Clever use of the space on board makes it feel like a much larger boat than its modest exterior proportions would suggest.
And that's what the GT32 aims to be, a lot of boat for the money. And when it comes to that brief, Beneteau has really nailed it.